October 21st, 2024 is now in session. Would you stand, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. I'm Gary Merrill. I'm president of the board. To my right is Vice Chair, Vice President Barb Lewis, and to my left is fellow Commissioner Jeff Benton, and of course our Administrator Tracy Davies, and our Deputy Administrators Don Houston and Eric Costello with us as well, and our clerks Brandy and Jennifer. Let's begin.
Resolution number 24-832 in the matter of approving electronic record of proceedings for a regular meeting held October 17th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 24-832. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment today. That brings us to item number 3, resolution number 24-833 in the matter of approving purchase orders and now certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 1018 and procurement card payments in batch number PC APR 1018.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 24-833. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 24-834 in the matter of approving a permit for use of Delaware County facilities.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jane Hawes, Director of Communications. This is the first of 2 permits that we've received, permit applications we received. This one is for the Delaware County Republican Party on various dates between October 22nd and November 2nd to set up a float for campaigning purposes in the Board of Elections parking lot.
Any questions or comments? Call for vote.
Vote on motion 24-834. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 24-835 in the matter of approving a permit for use of Delaware County facilities.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
And this second one is from the Tammy Wilson for U.S. campaign. They would like to set up a canopy tent and table in the Board of Elections parking lot to run from October 22nd through November 3rd.
Any questions or comments? I do have a statement. I'm going to make it after we vote. Call for vote.
Vote on motion 24-835. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
I just say regarding these permits for the parties and for the candidates, we have the permitting process for a reason, to make sure that everybody is doing things in a way that serves the purpose of the trying to elect good people to our offices. And the permits we have, and the reason for the permitting process is to make sure we do it in a safe way that everyone is protected. We have people going up there to take driver's tests. We have people up there for a lot of different reasons, and we need everybody to participate in a way that protects the integrity of the process, or this commissioner will suggest we make changes after the elections. I hope that doesn't come to that, but we have, it's important that we do this in a way that benefits the democratic process. And that's my only comment at this time. With that,
Item number 6, resolution number 24-836 in the matter of reappointing a member to the Delaware County Transit Board and designating the chairperson for the Delaware County Transit Board.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
This one with the County Transit Board, this is the only board we have where the commissioners appoint the chairperson for the board. Farzan Ahmed has expressed interest in being reappointed to the board to his regular seat, and also he has been serving as chairperson, and we recommend approval both of his reappointment and as a reappointment as chairperson.
Questions or comments? I will just say that, I interrupt you, get ready to say, go ahead, you go first.
Yes, I'm very happy to vote on this and to recommend Farzan, both as the chair and a committee member. He's done a great job, and with his background in transportation, we are just very, very fortunate to have him, and I'm so glad that he wishes to be appointed again to both positions.
Yeah, I would echo that, support certainly wholeheartedly his appointment to another term and his appointment as chairman. We've made a lot of progress with the Delaware County Transit system and the way they're operating and their planning and so on, their expansion. And a lot of that is because of Farzan's leadership. So appreciate what he's done and anxious to have him serve another term.
Yeah, I'll just also share, this morning I saw on LinkedIn, the Delaware County Transit Board has been featured by the Federal Transportation Administration in a recent news release that they put out spotlighting some of the changes and improvements that have been made. So definitely Farzan's been a huge part of that turnaround, as has Andy Volnick, the director.
Boy, that's great.
This is becoming a brag about Farzan morning, but I have to put in my 2 cents as well. And there's people in the audience that have also had an opportunity to work with him. I think they would agree, as I see a nod or two around the room. Farzan he served on ODOT. He served as our administrator for a period of time. He's now with the Turnpike Authority. I don't think we could identify a better person to serve in the role of the Delaware Transit Board and to chair that board. And I have heard nothing from board members or from people involved out there other than glowing comments about how he conducts the meetings and performs the job. And I believe we have an excellent executive in charge, and that's due to the board's activities and the progress that Delaware Transit has made over the last few years is extraordinary. And we have had the privilege of making the board appointments, but the board has done the job of advancing the progress in our county. And I applaud everyone's efforts that's been working on that. And that's all I have. Call for the vote.
Vote on motion 24-836. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
Resolution number 24-837, in the matter of approving a transfer of appropriations and supplemental appropriations.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Justin Avi, Director of Finance. This item's been submitted to adjust the budgets for the Juvenile Courts Crime Victims Assistance Grant, as well as an amendment to the Law Library's budget.
Questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 24-837. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Great, thank you.
Resolution number 24-838, in the matter of setting the bid date and time to receive bids for the 2025 calcium nitrate chemical supply contract for the Delaware County Regional Sewer District.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Tiffany Mag, Director of Environmental Services. Calcium nitrate is added at our pump stations. It's also known as bioxide. It controls odor and corrosion in the sewer system. So this is for a one-year term with the option to have 2 additional one-year renewals beyond 2025. So typically we spend about $185,000 on this chemical. We would anticipate a similar cost for next year. Maybe slightly higher, I guess I should say, which is why we're going ahead and rebidding this. But we have added remote monitoring at our pump stations to be able to reduce the amount of chemical that we use at each pump station. So we've been able to really control the cost on this over the past about 5 years.
Questions or comments? Call for vote.
Vote on motion 24-838. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Resolution number 24-839, in the matter of declaring the necessity for improvements to the intersection of Hyatt's and South Section Line roads and authorizing Commissioner Merrill to submit an application for funding assistance to the Ohio Public Works Commission.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Morning, Rob Riley, Chief Deputy Engineer. We are proposing some improvements at the intersection of South Section Line Road and Hyatt's Road, which would be a modern roundabout. As you know, there's a tremendous amount of growth in Liberty Township and Concord Township in that vicinity. This would provide for a safer intersection. In doing this, we are suggesting and proposing that we apply for Ohio Public Works grant funds towards this project in the amount of roughly $500,000. And so this would authorize Commissioner Merrill to sign the application, and we'll keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully we get some help from the state on this.
Questions or comments?
Yeah, when hadn't really thought about this intersection, but it is a tricky one. When do you think the work would be done, Ron?
So we would be in a position to very likely start a utility relocation next year. We'll be working with property owners that are affected by the project over this winter and through next spring. Construction may not start until either late next year or 2026.
Okay.
Other questions or comments? Call vote.
Vote on motion 24-839, Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Resolution number 24-840, in the matter of approving the plats of subdivision for Clarkshaw Reserve, Berlin Farms West Section 3, Berlin Farm West Section 4, and Stites Road Heights to Clarkshaw Road, Lot 6110, Division Number 1.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments?
Just have a number of plats here, have been approved by the required county agencies, and recommending your approval.
Any other questions or comments? Call for vote.
Vote on motion 24-840, Mrs. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Resolution number 24-841, in the matter of establishing a maintenance bond and releasing construction bond for Heights Crossing Drive Phase 3, Sarah Crossing, Duals Drive.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. Discussion.
Work on this subdivision has been completed, and so this would establish a maintenance bond for the next year while the developer maintains that road.
Okay, questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 24-841, Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis.
Aye.
Resolution number 24-842, in the matter of approving revised estimate and resetting the bid date for the project known as Del TR 180-1.25, Fulton Creek Road over Fulton Creek.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
We have revised the bid estimate for this project. Again, Fulton Creek Road is in Thompson Township. This is a bridge that's over 50 years old. We'll be replacing with a targeted completion of October next year. Work will be underway more than likely starting in the spring. Take several months to complete the bridge, but this is a fairly routine bridge replacement.
Questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 24-842, Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Resolution number 24-843, in the matter of approving cooperative project agreements between Delaware County and various political subdivisions within Delaware County to submit applications to the Ohio Public Works Commission.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Over the years, your board has really supported infrastructure investment in Delaware County in a big way. And I think one of the best ways that we do that collectively as a county is by assisting local governments in Delaware County in applying for grant funds, both through federal and state programs. We as a county send an awful lot of money to Washington. We send a lot of money to Columbus, to the State House, and this is a way to get some of those dollars back to Delaware County by matching the local shares that are needed to pay those or for those grant projects. And so this year we have 12 townships, one city and one village that have requested assistance through what we call the RGAP program, matches the local share of each political subdivision on a 3-to-1 basis. And so that frankly has been a difference maker for many of our local government partners, because time and time again what I hear from some of my counterparts in other counties and even in Delaware County, the local share for these grant programs typically is at least 25%. You can go less than that, but your chances of getting funded are much less. So the more money you can bring to the table, the better chance you have of getting funded. And I think that's this goes a long way to support some of our partners in doing that. So again, recommending approval on this, and happy to answer any questions.
I have a question. We obviously are very supportive of the matching funds, and the one project that involves Oxford Township and Wellstead Township in Morrow County, are those funds going to be used specifically and solely in our county? I would have some concerns that we're using dollars to support Morrow County.
Sure, so and I can get back with you with more information. My understanding is that all the funds would be used in Delaware County.
Well, my understanding is not what I need more reassurance than my understanding.
Okay,
Can we delay this until, can you give me an answer?
I'm gonna ask Doug Riedel to come up. Doug might be able to answer that.
Good morning, Commissioners. Doug Riedel from the Delaware County Engineers Office. The project regarding Oxford Township and Westfield Township, the funds from Delaware County are strictly for the portion of Strine Road within Delaware County. We feel that this project, it's about 400 or so feet within Morrow County, and we reached out to Westfield Township to coordinate our efforts to go ahead and improve the road in their township as well, but none of our matching funds are going to be used within Morrow
So
County.
the part that's in Morrow County will be funded specifically by Morrow County?
Yes.
100%.
And obviously, the two townships going together is another way to increase their chances of getting the funding.
I have no problem with that. Do you understand my concern?
Oh, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
I think we have to represent our taxpayers.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments?
Well, I guess just kind of a general comment, Rob. This program has grown kind of steadily over the years, but there are still a number of townships and villages that don't participate. Observations on that?
I don't know that I have a good answer for that, Doug. We, as an engineer's office, we do our very best to provide a high level of support for our townships. That's one of our functions as the county engineer's office, to be the engineer for all the 18 townships that maintain roads. And we offer this, we offer the grant application preparation services. Doug spends a lot of his time on coordinating the applications. And I think, these things run in cycles. Certain townships know that they're probably not going to get funded each and every year out of this program, and so they may kind of read the tea leaves, so to speak, and sit out a year knowing that they may have to wait for a future year. But I think that probably explains some of it. Doug, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I think what Rob said is correct. A lot of the townships recognize either they've got funded for a couple of rounds in a row, and it may not be worth their time to submit that next year, or perhaps they're saving for a major project that requires a lot more money on their end to take care of a certain road that needs improved. And then we do reach out to our villages, and also our cities, and consistently the city of Delaware has applied. Others we partnered with. I know Ostrander has applied in the past, and partnering with Scioto Township on a project last year. So our villages are aware. It's just, I think, really their struggles to find that local match and try and meet it is difficult for them.
How much is, Doug, like local match of the townships and versus the county as far as the grant funds go?
Not to get into the details, but we try and get about 24 between 24 and 26% local match.
Okay.
That increases the chances of getting the grant. So we work with our townships and their budgets to make sure that the amount of money they're asking for matches how much they can afford in a certain year to spend. And obviously, the 3-to-1 match has been just a tremendous opportunity for our townships to really go after some major projects that candidly they wouldn't be able to afford.
Right.
So it's been a great tool for our townships to use.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, we made that
Thank
change, Rob, about 4 or 5 years ago, I believe, when we went to 3-1 match, and I agree that gives a lot more multiplying effect on being able to help the township, so.
Yeah, so I guess you're confident that every village and township is aware of the program. They just may not have a project that fits at every year. Okay, good to know.
Okay.
Thanks, Doug.
With that, I Call for the vote.
Vote on motion 24-843. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
With the explanation I was given, I do support it. Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 24-844, in the matter of approving right-of-way work permit summary sheet.
So moved.
Second.
Motion. Discussion?
12 utility permits for you today. These are all pretty routine utility installations, so recommend approval.
Questions or comments? Call for vote.
Vote on motion 24-844. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Rob.
you.
Resolution number 24-845, in the matter of approving a transfer of appropriations for Delaware County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion?
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Amy Funk. I'm the Senior Director of Operations and Finance at the Board of Developmental Disabilities. I'm here this morning to discuss a resolution regarding a transfer of appropriation. Due to an increase in Medicaid expenses, we're currently unable to meet our Medicaid waiver match requirements for the last quarter of 2024. Our Medicaid waiver match budget was budgeted at $14 million. It actually came in at $15 million. As you're well aware, we pay about 37% on every dollar of these Medicaid waiver services, and that's about equivalent to $42 million of services in the community for people in need. We are able to actually do a transfer of appropriation this year due to our funding modernization that was created by board action in 2023. And that means that we are reducing local funding and shifting that toward Medicaid match for those emergent needs. So respectfully, we are requesting a transfer of appropriation in the amount of $850,000 to cover our fourth quarter Medicaid waiver match and administrative fees. And I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions or comments?
Just any particular reason why it was increased?
Yes, thank you for asking. You may recall in 2023, waiver rate increases were legislatively driven to increase to approximately 38%, and that was to cover the direct service providers' wages and benefits to help with services.
Okay.
Plus our funding modernization also in the shift from local funding to Medicaid match, we were moving people off of local funding onto waivers that needed
Okay.
that.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
You're welcome. Other questions?
Any other questions or comments? Call for vote.
Vote on motion 24-845. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye. I don't want to put Chris Hodge on the spot. Did you have anything you want to add today? Or you don't feel obligated? We didn't have any prior conversations, so I may be unfair to you.
Yeah. Good morning, Commissioners. No, I just want to thank you for your support. This is indeed just part of the legislative action that increased our waiver rates 38% across the board, across the state. And while we budgeted $14 million and the state thought that was high for Delaware, we actually came in at $15 million this year. As a little tidbit, in 2025, it's budgeted for $19 million. So those increased rates really hit us, and of course, Delaware is a very fast-growing county, so we are going to experience that. And other counties are as well. We're not unique, but next year you'll see us pulling money from our Medicaid reserve account to meet that Medicaid waiver responsibility that we have. But it's all for services for people.
Mhm.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
guys.
you.
Item number 16 is our 9:45 hearing for consideration of a petition from Lake of the Woods Homeowners Association, Lake of the Woods 5 Homeowners Association, requesting dedication of Ferndale Place as a public right-of-way.
Okay, with that, I will kind of have a process where we go through as far as what the process is going to be this morning, and with that, I'm going to kind of read through this.
I am going to go ahead and recuse myself since I
Okay.
live in the neighborhood.
Okay.
So I'll watch from here.
We're going to have consideration for the petition from the Lake of the Woods homeowners Woods versus Homeowners Association requesting the dedication of Ferndale Place as a public right-of-way. What will happen today, first of all, welcome to the hearing for the consideration of the petition. Introduction, I'm Gary Merrill, I'm board president. To my left is Jeff Benton, and we'll be considering this today. Commissioner Lewis, due to a conflict, has chosen not to participate. There's a sign-in sheet that's circulating the room. Hopefully everybody's had an opportunity to sign that. If not, please do so. Today's hearing of the proposed dedication area is taking place at the office of the Board of County Commissioners. We will hear a report update from the county engineer. Following the report, the update, there will be time for questions from the board. After board questions, the board will hear from any interested owners that wish to testify. The board will acknowledge receipt of any landowner written testimony before hearing live testimony. We will first call all those wishing to testify in favor of the dedication. We will then call for those wishing to testify in opposition. Before testifying, you'll be asked to take an oath. Pending engineer's update, the board may close the hearing or continue the hearing to a future date. I will now turn the proceedings over to Rob Riley, Chief Deputy Engineer, Delaware County.
All right, good morning again. Rob Riley, Chief Deputy Engineer. I will yield my time to Doug Riedel. Doug has been working very hard to facilitate this project with Lake of the Woods, and recognize Doug.
Good morning again, Doug.
Good morning. Thank you, Commissioners. As you know, we had our viewing on August 29th, and now so quickly it's come to October as far as our hearing date. As of October 29th, the road improvements have been completed by the homeowners association, and there were a couple of other items that need to be taken care of. We don't have a written report today, but the signage that was requested by our office was installed earlier last week, at the end of last week, and went out and looked at it, and it looks acceptable to our office. There is also another request from the fire department in Genoa Township to trim some trees in order to make it safe for its equipment to get up and down the road. I know there were some issues getting that work done in a timely fashion. And the last conversation I had with the homeowners association is because they are oak trees, there was a certain amount of time they needed to wait until that work got done, and because of some of the hurricane issues down south, some of those tree firms weren't able to meet their schedule, and that work is going to be done, I believe, based on their schedule, the end of this week. So that's a report as of this point. I'm happy to take any questions.
So you're asking for a continuation, I guess, to a future date?
Yes, our request is that there will be continuance of the hearing until this work is completed.
The tree trimming.
Yeah, the tree trimming.
Yeah. Is there anything else that needs to be done?
There is not, Jeff.
So that's it.
Okay. Since a continuation to be requested, I still want to give an opportunity for anybody who wants to speak, since people came today, and if not, then they certainly will have the opportunity at the future date that we identify.
Okay. Thank you.
Is there anyone, I'm going to, rather than pro and con, since we're going to have a vote on continuation, is there anybody who wishes to speak today or would prefer to withhold any comments until we have our next meeting? I'm just going to raise your hand if you have an interest in speaking. Come forward. And I'm going to still swear you in. And so first of all, give us your name and your address.
Renee McCrary, 7245 Duncan's Glen Drive, Westerville.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Proceed.
I am Renee McCrary. I'm president of the Lake of the Woods Homeowners Association for Lake of the Woods 5. I'm president of the board of directors. I don't think I see anybody else from our neighborhood here, so I'm speaking on, excuse me, everybody's behalf. We did have, as you know, 14 of our homeowners sign our original petition, 16 have voted for an amendment allowing us to divest of the road. That's out of 17 homeowners. So that's, you don't get that kind of consensus unless people really feel strongly and need this. Excuse my voice, I've had allergies all week. I want to thank the commissioners, and thanks to Doug Riedel, Paul Wise, who really partnered with us on this and helped us through it. We wouldn't be here if they hadn't given us their guidance and leadership. As they said, we've completed the resurfacing and the signs. We are stuck with the trees. It was supposed to be done between the first date for oak wilt safety was the 16th, and we were supposed to be done 16th, 17th, or 18th. But as Doug said, things changed in the world. So we are now scheduled for this week between Wednesday and Friday with Russell Trees. I can give you the signed contract if you would like to put that into the records or anything. No.
I don't need it.
Okay.
I don't think I
So
do.
then,
As long as the
that's
engineer's
basically
office has
where
it.
we are. I'm not gonna belabor the points we put in the petition, asking, detailing why we are asking for the public dedication. If you have any questions for me?
Well, basically today, I just need the recommendation from the engineer's office, which we're not able to get today.
Right.
So that would result in a continuance to a future date. And hopefully you can come back and maybe speak on that day as well.
Yes,
Okay.
I'd be happy to.
Okay. Do you have any other comments?
Nope.
Okay.
Identify date?
Resolution number 24-846, in the matter of continuing the public hearing for consideration of petition from Lake of the Woods 5 Homeowners Association requesting dedication of Ferndale Place as a public right-of-way to Thursday,
So moved.
Monday, December 2nd.
Okay.
At 9:45 a.m.
There we go. So moved.
Sorry about that.
And I'll second it.
And vote on motion 24-846. Mrs. Lewis has recused herself. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Okay, based on that, we will continuing this until December the 2nd. Hope your calendar allows for that.
Yep, I'll make it.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I appreciate anyone who came here today, and appreciate your patience with the process, but we certainly want to make sure we get it right.
Absolutely, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
That brings us to administrator reports.
Okay. With that, Administrator, do you have any?
Nothing for me today.
Okay, Eric? With that, Commissioner Benton, do you have anything?
Don't really have anything today.
Commissioner Lewis?
Gosh, I don't have anything.
Well, I'm going to make it unanimous, and I'm not going to have anything either, and I do believe we have need for executive session.
We do. Resolution number 24-847. In the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of compensation of a public employee or public official and for collective bargaining.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 24-847. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
With that, we are now in executive session.